Does that sound good?
Yep.
Go ahead, Sarah Ellison, all yours.
I'm Sarah Ellison from the Airman Family Readiness. I do all of the readiness briefings. How many have come out to our briefing before? Or know what we do? Okay, a couple, and then key spouses. Okay, great. So if you reach inside your bag and pull up this little short sheet, I put my slides on a little short sheet. It's a lot of information to get all at once, and then you guys can probably go home and read the information, and then call me if you guys have any questions as well. And we'll start off. So we have a lot of programs now that your spouses are deployed. Most of them, if they're gone longer than 15 days, you apply, and then longer than 30 days, then it applies to you. So we'll go over a couple of them, okay? So the Hearts of Heart Morale program, I brought the sheets, and that's a program where you guys can call your spouse's DSN. Once they get there, once they get set up and they have that DSN number, they can register and get a PIN and then call them DSN. You have to have the number, and then you can call them 2 times a week. Okay, so I know you have Skype and Facebook and all those great other things, but it's just another source for you guys to use. Okay, the next one are the car care vouchers. Those car care vouchers are anything over 30 days. You guys can come into the center and we'll give you a voucher. You take it either to the Firestone or the Auto Hobby Shop on base, and then you get an oil change and a quick checkup, and then Air Force Aid picks up that bill for you. So you don't have to pay for it, so if your spouse didn't have time to do it, it's great. You can come in and get that, and then we'll give it to you. You get 1 voucher for every 6 months. So if your spouse is deployed for the year or the remote, then you'll get 2 in that time frame. Okay? The next ones are give parents a break. How many of you have children? Maybe not here, but how many have children? And she's going to come around and give parents a break. The schedule for the next of the year, it's usually every other month, and it falls on a Friday or a Saturday, and it's a chunk of time, like 3 or 4 hours. Your children do not have to go to the CDC or youth center. You just come into the center and you can get a voucher. And there's other people you can get a voucher from. The first shirt, commanders, the chaplain. But it's just easy if you just come into our center. We'll give you the voucher, no questions asked. If you have a deployed member, you take that over to the youth center and register your child a week before to give parents a break. Make sure you have the required documents and then your child signed up. And that's another chunk of time for daycare that you don't have to pay for. It comes out of a different funding, and you guys don't have to, so it gives you a little bit of free time. The next one's like computer lab. We have a resource center in our center. If you've never been over there, who knows where we're located? But yeah, of course we do.
Who doesn't know where we're located?
Who doesn't? So you know the big glass building on base, the MSG building across from the VX? That big crazy building. IT's down there, finance is in there. We're on the first floor all the way to the left, right next to ITT. You can come in there. We have a resource center, computers, we have fax machine, copier, and we have scanners. If you need any of that, it's available to you. Not just our deployment, but all the time. Okay? The next one are Sweet Green pillowcases. Also in your bag is this little sheet, so I call it my spouse deploys. It talks about each program in depth, and it has the website for the pillowcases. And so you can email in a picture of your kids, you and your spouse, whatever, and we'll make you pillowcases. The kids love them especially, and I've had spouses you do, and spouses have sent them to their spouses in their deployed location. Just make sure your pictures are appropriate. I have to say it, okay? No inappropriate pictures, no 90s or anything like that, but appropriate pictures, and we'll make you pillowcases. There's no limit, so if you want one for each kid or whatnot, they can all have one, okay? The next one are kissing pillows. We have this resource. I couldn't bring you all my resources, but they're in the center. So we do have a lot of deployment books. We have a lot of Air Force books. We have kissing pillows, which is next. We have trifolds. We have little binders. So there's tons of stuff in our resource center that you guys can stop by. We'll just bring you back to the room and you guys can grab a bunch of stuff. There's calendars, coloring books, a whole bunch of stuff for pre-deployment, while they're gone, and then when they return as well. So just lots of different information you guys can do. Patrol request too. So if you guys live off base, we have a sheet in the back. It'll let you know all the information. You call that local sheriff's department and let them know that your spouse is deployed, and you give them the dates, and they'll do frequent patrol around your house. So it's kind of like vacation watch, especially if you don't live in a gated community. It just gives a little bit of added security for you guys.
Is there a minimum time limit on that?
There's not a minimum. Nope. So you can come out, and even you can do it if you go on vacation as well. It's the same thing, just you're on deployment. You can give the same dates, and they'll do frequent patrol for you.
That's good to know.
And then we do the monthly events are next. So we hold a monthly event every single month, and we invite deployed members out. We just had our May one. Our next one coming up is going to be in June the 22nd. It'll be bowling at the bowling alley. Most of these events are free for you to come out. They're paid for by other funds, so you guys can come out and enjoy those, and then network with other spouses. Maybe you're a single spouse, or you just come out and meet other people in the same situation as you, and the same with the children.
And up
So
to
they're-
3 months after, right? Up to 3 months after. Too,
Up to
right?
6 months afterwards. Yep. That reintegration part is up to 180 days, so we still keep you on our list for 6 months to help with reintegration. And the next one is a monthly newsletter. We try and put this together, and we'll try and put other events in there and send that out to you. Like an event coming up next week is the Big Splash, because everyone's seen the advertising for it. So Big Splash is coming up on the 21st, and they'll have bouncy castles, water slides, food, and a whole bunch of stuff out there. So when we, our other network partners, whenever they have events coming on, we'll try and put them in the flyer as well. And another event we have coming up is Heartlink. Who's been to Heartlink before? Key Scouters. You want to hand this out, maybe? So if you would like this, raise your hand. Heartlink is a spouse orientation. If you're a new spouse in the last 5 years or new to the military, it helps with like acronyms, what our ranks are. It goes over all different stuff about the Air Force to help you get acquainted with the Air Force and better understand.
I'm expecting to see all of y'all.
Y'all, as a key spouse, I can just say that Heartlink is worth your time. These ladies put a lot of time and effort into Heartlink, and it's definitely worth your time. If you have the time to go, go. So, just saying.
And if you're worried about child care, you can use your PCS, free child care, to attend Heartland.
Will help.
And then one more program I'll brief you on real quick is another daycare one. So we already handed these out. So FCC, while your husband or spouse is deployed, FCC will give out free daycare as well, and it comes out of a different pot of money. And so it's 16 hours of pre-deployment care. They're already gone, so we're into the next stage. But you get 16 hours per month that they're gone. So whether it's the 30 days or up to 6 months or however long this lasts, you get 16 hours per month per child, and then 16 months when they return as well. So in a normal 6-month deployment, one child can get up to 128 hours of free daycare. And so as long as this deployment or TDY lasts over 30 days, you'll get. The only thing is it's FCC provider, so Margie Tackett owns the program. You do need this sheet, and on this side, your spouse wasn't able to get it all filled out for you and have these signatures. So if you want to get the first shared signature before you leave, then you already have the form filled out if you require to use it, okay? Then you won't have to run around and get the chain of command to sign it for you. And then you just turn it in, you get with Margie Tackett, you give her the dates that you need daycare, and she'll find you available FCC providers, okay? And then the next thing on that little slide is our resources. So the center itself has an abundance of resources. We could be here for days if I went over each program, but they do spouse employment, relocation, to name a couple. They do voting, and SLO has moved over to Margie Tackett, but all of those resources come out of our center. And we also do a lot of financial services as well. And another service that's used a lot is Miss Elizabeth waving.
Sorry, I was laughing as a child. Sorry. Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Elizabeth Gentry. I'm the Military and Family Life Counselor, and I'm at the Airman and Family Readiness Center. I'm also known as the MFLAC. So if you hear that term, that refers to me and my services, not to be confused with AFLAC, which is the duck and the insurance. That's not what I do. So I work with service members and spouses at the center. We also have a child and youth MFLAC that works with our children, and she floats around both of our child development centers and our youth center on the installation, and she can also meet with families and children that don't attend those centers. So just kind of keep that in mind. And what we do and what we offer are free short-term non-medical counseling services, okay? Department of Defense wanted to label us non-medical. That way you all could come in, meet with us, and we do not have to keep records or report to command that you come to see us, all right? Now, the side note to that is that we are all licensed counselors within the program, so we're also mandated reporters. So here's a little plug for the chaplain. The chaplain has 100% confidentiality when you visit with them. We do not, okay? We have almost 100%, but if you or any of your family members come in and speak about harming yourself, someone else, child abuse, or domestic abuse, we do have to report that and get other people involved at that point. So just to kind of let you know that, and I will tell you that if I see you 1 time or 10 times, just to remind you, I don't like surprises. I don't want to surprise you, and then that way you'll always know kind of what our boundaries and restrictions are when it comes to reporting, okay? But other than that, there's no record, and no one's command has to know that you or your family member are coming to see us, okay? So that's an important, what can you come to see us for? Everything and anything. It doesn't have to be service related. If you have other issues going on, by all means, give me a call. This is my brochure, by the way. It should be in that bag that you all received. If it is not, if Sergeant Ellison forgot it, please let me know so I can get you one. And my card is on the back with my direct number. If you have the Barksdale app, if you don't have the app, I highly suggest you get it. If you do have it, my contact info is on there as well. Under contact info, family services, I'm under there, and it gives you the option to call me directly from the app, and you can always call or come into the center to find me. I do take walk-ins. However, I stay pretty busy, especially right now, as y'all can imagine. So the main thing I would probably do right now is set up an appointment at a better time for you to come back that works, for you, for sure. So if and when, when your husbands come back, I can see the two of you together. While they're gone, I can see you all individually, and then our child and youth MPLAC can work with either your child individually or you and your child. Now, you do have to be present for her to work with your child, but a lot of times she'll come to the center and meet with children, and we have rooms that have windows so you can sit outside, you see everything. That protects us, that protects your child, and then that way you know everything's okay. Because depending on the age of your child, they may or may not want to talk to us with you present, right? Especially if they're like teenagers, preteens, that fun age. They don't want mom and dad knowing anything. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's available to you. I did not include her contact information in the bag, but please call me. I can get you connected with her either by giving you her information, or I can give her your number to give you a call to get that set up, okay? Did I leave anything else? Okay, do y'all have any questions at all about our program or services?